to the basics of lane splitting in California in the Bay Area. And I really do lane splitting because my commute one way is about 62 miles, and with the amount of traffic, it'll take me about 2.5 hours to get home if I don't lane split. The commute bike is a 2018 Ducati Multistrada V4 Enduro, and anytime the temperature gets above 85 degrees, it's like driving on a fire-breathing dragon. With the introduction out of the way, let's actually take a look at what it's like lane splitting. And this is really leaving the Sunnyvale area, heading south. And one of the first things you want to be aware of is checking all your lanes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're in the Bay Area, and anybody coming in from the side. It's important to be scanning these lanes the entire time. Also, you have to watch out for junk on the road, bad asphalt, the whole 9 yards. You really want to be careful of is what I call the squeeze zone. This is where they want to turn you into a motorcycle sandwich, and trust me, you do not want that. You always want an exit strategy, and depending on the time of day, whether it's the start or the end of the commute, cars can be going any which way, so you have to have situational awareness at all times. Scanning all 4 lanes and being ready for the unexpected. Now, usually cars are going to move over for you. Now, this necessarily isn't great if they move over too far, because the car on the number 2 lane can't see the car that moved over in the left lane, and now they think the lane is open and they're going to merge into you. So always be aware of those situations. Now watch this van. Didn't even look, and the driver's side mirror is shattered. So, you're going to have to be eagle eyes out there for the yahoos that do not see you, because they are deaf. And it's going to be game over for you if something happens. And they're going to be like, what the hell? I didn't even see you. The thing to be aware of is when the cars in the number 2 lane slow down. Because what happens is they see your lanes open and they're going to jump into it. Coming from a commute background, I call that a phase shift zone. When the cars start to slow down and your lane is still going on at a good clip, and then somebody's going to see that and say, oh, I'm just going to hop over, and they never ever saw you. So just be really sensitive when they start to slow down, and it's not speed racer time for you. It's actually, hey, I need to be really careful now, because in a millisecond things could go completely pear-shaped on me. Basic intro stuff. Make sure you're watching all lanes. I see that little Jeep over there. Make sure you're looking for brake lights, turn signals, people with intent to merge into your lane, and most importantly, other motorcyclists. It's back to situational awareness, looking for brake lights and intent to move in. Also be in the right gear. You're faster and more maneuverable. If things start to go pear-shaped, you can get out of the way. As always, remember the 4 things. Using 2 fingers, cover your front brake. Cover the gear shifter up or down, just be ready. 2 fingers, cover your clutch, and always cover the rear brake. That way, if one of those silly rabbits who's going to say they never ever saw you, you're going to be in the right position to do evasive maneuvers because you have situational awareness. Alright, so that's enough for intro number 1. Remember your 4 lanes, keep all your mechanics covered, and look out for those silly rabbits. And this is ADV Trust, and I'll see you down the trail.